Hi there.
Hello everyone. How have you been? Quite a long time, right? Yeah, we'll be doing too many things to handle at the same time. So today we are here to talk about what we eat, and then we are going to look at gut health. But before we proceed, I know some of you know me, you've been watching my videos, and you have my other video which has to do with medical interpretation. Well, this is because I am a medical interpretationalist by profession, medical technologist by profession, a certified EMT by profession, and an healthcare assistant by profession. Okay, so that's why you could see me in these different videos. However, today we are going to look at what we eat, how to manage our gut health. That is why we are here. So this is Medical Learning with Veronica. It's dedicated to empower individuals, families, caregivers, and through practical health education. In this, we are going to talk about healthcare today, and then we are going to start with knowledge, knowing that small healthy choices made every day can help prevent illness, improve quality of life, and support long-term well-being. So, this is where we are going to look at how to promote our health and have an healthier community together. So we are going to work together as a community, as a family, since no one is an island, whether medical personnel, whether non-medical personnel. So helping ourselves individually can also help others to help themselves. So that is why I am reaching out to us today as a family. Now, today we are going to talk about gut health. That's what we are going to focus on. And we'll start with knowing what is gut health and what are the organs that are involved in our gut health and how we are going to maintain them as well as avoid some diseases. And for those who already have diseases, how they can manage it and be healthy. We know the slogan that says health is wealth. Eating right or living right helps to build good immune system, which prolongs life. So, healthy lifestyle is not meant for people who are already sick, children, and already aged people, because we know that this group of people they are prone to illness. No, we know healthy lifestyle is not just meant. Healthy lifestyle is made for each of us. And then, if I am healthy, I can take care of others who are sick. It's not the job of a medical personnel alone. In your family, if you're healthy and somebody else is sick, you can take care of the person. But if all of you are sick, who takes care? Who takes anyone to the hospital? Oh, no, you just pick a phone and call 911. All right, that's fine. But the message I'm passing here is that the issue of health is everybody's job. Okay, so now we are going to start with our gut health, and then let's look at what are the organs that make up our gut health. Now, the first is the mouth, where the food goes in. The next one, the tooth that masticates the food, the gums, and in the mouth we have the tongue. Then we have the esophagus, right? All these are gut health. Then we have the stomach, and then we have the small intestine where the food is being absorbed, and then we have the large intestine, and then we have the rectum and the anus where the waste is taken off. And then we have the liver and toxin to remove toxin. When we talk about toxin, chemicals that are not needed in the body, the gallbladder, which helps to store the chemical that the bile release that helps digestion. And then we talk about the pancreas now. Enzyme. So all this put together organs of the gut. So let's count. The mouth that has the teeth, the tongue, the jaw, the esophagus, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and anus, liver and pancreas. Now, all this, about 7 of them if I'm not mistaken, these organs, we all know that they have connection with the other organs in the body, and so they are powerhouse. Depends on what we eat. And that's why we are here today. We are what we eat. Now, let me just share a little video and show you about this organ so you see them, okay? These are the organs that make up the gut health, right? Let me take you to this one. You see all the organs from the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach. This is the small intestine, the large intestine, going to the rectum. Look at the liver, and then behind is the pancreas. The pancreas is supposed to be behind. So about 7 of them, they are doing a lot of work. Don't forget the mouth, we have the tongue and the teeth. So the entire health system depends on how healthy organs are. So they are the root. If our lungs need to be healthy, if our hearts need to be healthy, if our brain need to be healthy, it all depends on this root. The mouth, the stomach, the liver, small and large intestine, rectum. And let's continue. How do we take care of this gut system? What do you think we can eat for them to be healthy?
Digestive system is a complex network of organs. Each plays a vital role in breaking down food and absorbing nutrients.
So this is an example of food we can eat. Leafy greens, which include spinach, lettuce, carrots, food rich in fiber that help aiding digestion as well as evacuation of apples, fruit. So just name them, including bananas, papaya, strawberries, whatever kind of fruit you can remember, and not too acidic fruit. I have my reservation for that, and I will tell you why in our next video. This one, they help to promote regular bowel movement, okay? Then oats, like grains. When we talk about grains, we talk about like oats, integral rice. If you don't have that, wheat, they also help for digestion. They increase dietary fiber and support digestion or digestive health. The next one is yogurt, especially with life culture yogurt or the integral yogurt, especially. Now, this contains probiotics that help to maintain the adequate gut bacteria. I will show you another video that shows that each organs that we mention have different bacteria, and so if they are there adequately, like they are not too much, too little, and another kind of microorganism is not living in another territory where it's not supposed to live, then everything will be fine. So the yogurt, that is its job. Under beans and legumes, we have the lentils, the beans, and the chickpeas, which help for high fiber and support healthy intestinal function. The next one, we have the nuts and seeds, which include the chia seeds, flax seed, almond seed, even okra seed. Wow, try that. We also have some teas that could also help support gut health, like ginger tea, aloe vera tea, peppermint tea, chamomile tea, and then drink enough water, because all this, they help for digestion and help to reduce nausea. And don't forget, exercise regularly. Now, when we talk about exercise, some people feel that, wow, exercise, okay, I'm stressed, okay, why do I still need to do exercise? Yes. Now, being stressed it's a topic for another day. But you have different ways you can do exercise that will help your gut health or your body movement. There are yoga exercise. There are indoor exercise like Tai Chi kind of exercise where you don't need to beat anybody or you don't need to do strenuous exercises. Then if you can do like jogging, that's fine. If you can walk fast for 5-10 minutes, even within your home, that's fine. Like meditation, Tai Chi, all other indoor exercises, they're part of exercise. They help to manage stress. And then once stress is being controlled to minimal, your digestive system and the entire body system will work properly. I am not saying that you shouldn't work. That is way to control exercise, because there are some places that have a lot of traffic and a lot of stress in the community or the society. However, these little exercises help to manage the stress. Like if you had a stressful day, you can come back and do a meditation exercise. Or then if you have a short time, you don't have time to do exercise, you know that you are going to work, you are going to when you walk, go to work, you are going to work a lot. Then you do Tai Chi. When you wake up in the morning, stretch out your muscles and all those organs in the stomach, in all part of your body before you go. It will help the day. And then drink a lot of water. And then when you have time, please sleep. We say the minimum hour for an adult to sleep between 7 to 8 hours. Sometimes it's not visible, but please, once you have it, do it. These are the ways we can manage our gut health. Okay. This helps to keep the microorganism in minimum and then for them to work properly. So that's why I say we have microorganisms in our different aspect of our gut. Now I'm going to show you the different microorganisms. Microorganisms, I'm not saying they are disease. I'm saying these are the microorganisms that help to maintain health of the gut health. And that's why we need the appropriate food so that they will be maintain in that level. Another microorganism will not transport to another level, and then there will not be much and where and when they are not needed.
Have you ever wondered what really happens when you take probiotics? Inside your gut lives a hidden world, trillions of tiny bacteria working together to keep you healthy. But stress, alcohol, or even antibiotics can destroy this balance. That's where probiotics come in. These good bacteria help rebuild your gut's natural army. They protect your stomach lining, fight harmful microbes, and support digestion from the inside out. But here's the twist. Probiotics can't do it alone. They need prebiotics, the fiber that feeds them to survive and grow strong. So next time you take a probiotic supplement, remember, it's not magic, it's science.
Okay, now the essence of this video is to show you that we have trillions of bacteria that helps to maintain our gut health so that they will function properly, be in their appropriate quantity, right site that they are supposed to be. And so the food we eat is the key. And the food we also avoid, or things we avoid, is the key also. Now, we've listed some foods that are right. And then if they are not affordable, that's why we have this channel. There are similar food, apart from what were listed, that could also supply the same kind of nutrients that are supposed to be supplied to the system. Now, you see, we also have the bile. Before I forget, we have the bile here. This is the liver. Down is the bile that helps to store, especially for fatty digestion. The problem we have if we don't eat right is this, starting from the mouth. This is what happens. Our guts begin to inflame because some bacteria might begin to change positions. There might be too much of bacteria in the area. Some microorganisms that are not supposed to live there will begin to live there. And because of that, okay, so all those things. And that's where you begin to see different kind of sickness. Now, let's start from the mouth. There will be tooth decay, gum disease, difficult in chewing. Now, for the esophagus, there will be acid reflux, difficult in swallowing. In the stomach, there will be gastritis, stomach ulcer, acid reflux. In the small intestine, where most food are absorbed, there will be malabsorption, celiac disease. Some intestinal bacteria overgrown, SIBO. And then in the large intestine that absorbs water, house beneficial gut bacteria and forms stew, there will be problem. Constipation, diarrhea, diverticulitis, colorectal cancer. Now in the rectal, there will be fecal inconsistency, anal fissure, and hemorrhoid. In the liver that produces the bile, there will be fatty liver disease, hepatitis, cirrhosis. And then in the gallbladder that store byproducts by the liver that helps digestion, there will be gallstone and gallbladder inflammation. Now in the pancreas that produces digestive enzyme and regulate blood sugar, there will be pancreatitis and diabetes. Now these are the things that happen when we have poor gut health. Now what are the possible diseases? Diverticulitis, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, diabetes, obesity, liver disease, vitamin deficiency, malnutrition, iron deficiency, weak immune system, fatigue, poor nutrient. All these are what happens. Our gut is sick. The first thing we have to see the doctor, follow the prescriptions, and then change our lifestyle as well as change our food intake. Now, it is said prevention is better than cure, as well as, but sometimes we are not able to take some preventive measure. We'll see the doctor. Now we are in the state of cure. So if a situation whereby the person is already infected,
A round of antibiotics, you'd be wondering, oh my gosh, I think my gut's out of whack. What can I do to get it back on track? Well, in today's video, I'm going to give you my protocol, don't tell anyone else, on what I recommend to get your gut back on track when you have taken antibiotics. I'll give you the 5-step approach I give to get your gut feeling better and hopefully improve your gut microbiome, especially if you've taken a round of antibiotics. Guys, let's talk about food.
So do you get that? So when you've gone through your medical treatment, now you have to change your meal or go back to the original meal plan for good gut health as well as your lifestyle. I haven't watched others' video. The question is, why do we need it? We need it because that is the root of the survival of every other organ in the body, including the brain. Check this out. So what we're talking about includes and including the elderly.
Your gut might be controlling your mood. Fermented foods like yogurt and kefir feed the good bacteria in your gut, which directly impacts your mental health. Think of these foods as tiny.
The gut microbes affect our brain. Essentially, the gut microbes have our brain on speed dial, and they help coordinate our body's functions. This system is known as the gut-brain axis. The two-way communication between our central nervous system and enteric nervous system, the nervous system linked to the gut, allows our gastrointestinal tract and brain to talk to each other. This back-and-forth conversation helps our body maintain physiological balance, also known as homeostasis. The gut microbes even release certain molecules and hormones that can affect our brain. Gut bacteria like Corynebacterium feed on the food we eat and produce metabolites like serotonin. This serotonin is released into our blood, where eventually it interacts with our nervous system. This then signals the brain, thus affecting our moods and emotions. Some other metabolites include GABA, a neurotransmitter, and butyrate, which interacts in other critical ways with the nervous system. Depending on how healthy our gut bacteria are, our brain signaling can be affected, which could impact our hormonal responses. This is why when you have indigestion or stomach problems, you may feel an unusual level of anxiety or irritability. The gut microbes affect.
So what I want to say is there is a great relationship between our gut and every other organ or aspect of our body, because that is the root. We are what we eat. Now, the question is, some people might say, these foods are really expensive. It's even expensive to look healthy if you need to eat this kind of food. I will say, one, it might be expensive to look healthy, but there are other foods that you can get the same nutrient like this food we mentioned or the one I showed you in the video. So this is part of the reason why you have to get in contact, and then we'll sit and then we'll discuss, depending on what is affordable in your area and people financial level. Example, let me give you a practical example. Let's say cashew nut. Cashew nut might be very expensive in some area. There are other nuts that can give you the same nutrient with cashew nut. Maybe peanut or better still granite. So granite might not be that too expensive in some areas. Now, the same thing, some people say, oh, apple is very expensive because some countries doesn't provide apple. That's correct. However, there are other fruit that gives the same food nutrient with apple or strawberry or uva. So what am I trying to say? In this channel, conversational channel, so subscription button, you like the video, you write your comment, it will give us a forum to discuss. As I said, we are community. When someone is healthy in the family, others will be healthy. Health is everyone's job. And this is where we are starting today. Healthy on how do you maintain this food, this healthy lifestyle. Don't forget, as I said, there are things we also have to stop eating, like alcohol, cigarettes. I leave it to you. You are free to make your observations, your discretion. As I said, this channel is we are what we eat for everyone in the family, starting from the child, the adolescent, the adult, and the elderly. When we have a healthy family, we will have a healthy community, we will have a healthy society, we will have a healthy country, and we'll have a healthy world. How about that? What do you think? Well, see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye for now.